Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Sebastian Ryder. You tapped into another episode of Cut Different TV, and we got Minneapolis in the building. And before I tell you who we got on today, he's been everywhere, man. He's been doing his thing, and he's a singing motherfucker. He be singing his ass off, right? He's got a song out right now called True that's going crazy. But before I tell you who we got on, make sure you hit that big red button that says subscribe under whatever screen you watching this on. And hopefully it's a TV screen because you watching Cut Different TV. So it's only right. And without further ado, we got my brother Gabe Lustman in the building. What's happening with you, player?
I heard you got a new man, I hope it isn't true. Get into the money, see the stars in the roof, yeah. What's up, it's your boy Gabe Lustman. I'm excited to be here.
Man, it's a vibe, bro. We chilling. Bro, what is Minneapolis like, dude?
Minneapolis is very, very cold. Right now, it's like the perfect time to be there in the fall. They got the state fair going on. All the autumn leaves are turning colors. It's like breezy and like 70. It's like beautiful up there right now. I haven't been there for a little bit. That's where my family's all at. And I was raised there for probably 16 years. So I got love for the city of Minneapolis, but I currently am stationed in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. And so tell me about how you either got it or you don't with the voice, right? But when did you know? When did you know that you wanted to do the music?
Honestly, I always knew that I wanted to do music. That's always been something that's been in my heart, since I was a kid. I just always was singing, you know what I'm saying? Whether I was in the shower, whether I was on the bus singing for a bunch of girls, trying to earn my seat in the back. You know what I'm saying?
We used to slap fight. We used to slap box to get the seat in the back.
Yeah. So I just always knew that that's something I wanted to do. And I watched Timberlake and I watched Usher, Chris Brown, Boyz II Men, H-Town, you know what I'm saying? Temptations, Peeble Bryson, the Spinners, Four Tops, just to name a few people that influenced me. And I just always wanted to be like them. I always wanted the screaming girls. I wanted the attention. And then as I got older and I started doing it for real and understanding what comes with it and the duty you have as a superstar, then I realized it's not about me. It's about my gift, and I'm supposed to spread that to people. So now like the other stuff is just a perk. You know what I'm saying? It's just an ad on the girls, money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's all an add on, but it just feels good to make people feel good. You know what I'm saying? Through my gift. So that's what I love about it the most. But I always knew I was going to do this. I always knew. I couldn't see myself doing anything else. I failed at everything else. I failed at other jobs. I was miserable doing other things. And I usually ended up getting fired for singing to a girl. Like my first job, I was like a cart boy at this place called Cub Foods. And I got fired for singing to girls in the parking lot. He literally pulled up the tape and was like, "Hey, we have reports of you singing to our customers." I was like, who, me? Me? And then, boop, just like the movies, he pulled out the remote, doop. He said you could clock out and go home.
Damn.
And that was it, bro.
Like
that was my
Friday,
career at the grocery store was over with.
And Friday, they was like, you seen Friday, right? It's like,
I seen Friday.
They got me on camera stealing boxes. Like, bro, it's like, yo, I feel it. It's just dumbass shit, man. But anyways, bro, so singing all your life, you feel me? And when you got it, you got it. You feel me?
I think so. I don't think that greatness can be learned or taught. I think you can refine what you have. If you're good, you can get better. But I don't think there's one Michael Jackson, there's one Chris Brown, there's one Gabe Lustman, straight up, in a humble way. But I mean, God has definitely blessed me, and I'm very grateful for my talent. And I work at it every day. You know what I'm saying? Every single day, I'm working at it.
Yeah. And speaking of Breezy,
talk
about that. Talk about that,
man. So I worked on some mixtape stuff on In My Zone with Chris Brown, on the In My Zone 2, and I had done some demos, did some writing and stuff like that. And let's start back over in 2006. He came to Minneapolis, the convention center, and I think I paid a promoter to get on the show. Typically that's what you do when you're a nobody. You coming up, just trying to make a name for yourself. So I gave him a couple thousand. He busted my head open. But, I got on the tour, did a couple shows with him, and I just remember this poor girl got like booed off stage right before I went on. She was singing Amazing Grace. I think she must have been the promoter's like niece or something. And boy, they gave her the woo wham, bro. Them Chris Brown Breezy fans, Team Breezy, I love y'all, but dang, they gave it to her. So she ran by me crying and dropped the microphone made a boop, boop, boop. You heard the thing drop like doo doo doo. And I was
Damn.
like, oh shit, I'm next. And then the promoter's like, hey, you ready, bro? You up next. I was like, and yeah. So I went out there and I had like 16, well, I think it was like 12 dancers with me. And we had been practicing at this school called Harvest. It's like a art school in Golden Valley, Minnesota. Shout out to them. And for letting us use that back then, 15 years ago, I think. It was a while ago, 18 years ago now, because I've been doing it since May of 2006. But yeah, so we practiced, we shut it down, man. The crowd erupted, man. I'm talking about the love and the light and just the vibe in the room changed. And it was just superstar power. I felt it. And then from that moment, I was like, I could do this. So we killed it so bad that the promoter gave me a merch table next to Chris Brown, which is like, they don't typically do that, especially for someone of that caliber, that artist. So they put me next to him, and because there was such a long line of like little girls, they were trampling people. They were getting carried out on like stretchers because like people were getting injured because there was like 10,000 people in this hall. That's like the capacity. I think he was oversold. The fire marshal was like, no more people. So they had over 10,000 people trampling people to get autographs and stuff. And I got the spillover because when they gave me the table, it was like a stamp. Like they were like, okay, he's real tour support. I was only really on for a couple of shows, but it looked like something. So then all the fans came to me like that, and I felt that energy of a star. And it was like my first time really doing stuff outside of school and stuff like that. That's when, when I just got it fresh out of high school and stuff. So that's when I was like, man, I could do this. And ever since, I never looked back, and I've been rocking festivals and arenas and everything ever since. Yeah,
And
I
so
love it.
How do you go from that? Like, obviously you get that battery in your back and you get that motivation, right? When you're feeling that experience with Chris Brown, who arguably is the biggest superstar of our generation, I think, right? The closest thing to Michael Jackson that I feel like we've seen.
Yeah.
So it's like you get that experience, and then what is the next step from there? Do you have like a low point where you're like, damn, like this high that I felt, how do I get back to that feeling? Or did you kind of continue riding that wave of momentum and just keep going up?
No, I'd be lying if I said that it was always consistent, man. Even to this day, like I'm still I'm on a press run in New York right now, doing some really big things, meeting with labels. I got a Times Square billboard going live tomorrow. I'm really excited. And New York has been nothing but magical and showing love to me and open arms. The people, we've been to some open mics, we've been to some great events, and the people are just really, really down to earth, accepting, cool, and supportive. It's been awesome. But it's not always like that. You might go back home, you still gotta keep the lights on. You still gotta, if you want to take this trip or you want to put money into marketing, like it's always a grind. Unless you getting other type of money, you know what I'm saying, or what you do, whatever you do to get your, you know what I'm saying? But it's always a grind. You're always gonna have to work at it. And there are moments that you could feel discouraged, and like nothing is ever gonna work out. And I think we all go through that. But you have to block out those negative thoughts and just keep pushing on no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been there, man. I've been so low, I wanted to take my own life before over the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's life or death. But you get strong and you build yourself up mentally, and you definitely need people around you that's gonna be supportive. You need like a good mentor. I think every young man should have a mentor, that can show them the ropes. And you got to stay close to God. And I do a lot of meditation and whatnot. But it's like a thing called like a fame bug. I feel like I call it. It's like when you get that hit of success, it's like the most addicting drug ever. So when I got on stage with Chris Brown, I'm like, I can never go back to being a normal person again. Like I can never go walk amongst civilians and feel like I'm one of them. Not saying I'm better than anybody by any means. It's just your mentality shifts. Like you go on TV and then people call you this guy from MTV. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. It's just kind of different. So I see the world in a very different way. You know what I'm saying? In a humble way, of course. But it's just, yeah, there are ups and downs, and you just fight through the bad times to get to the good times. And nowadays, thank God, my times are a lot more good than bad, because I've definitely been there. I think we all have as artists. We all got a story, and you just gotta keep pushing, man, because that light is at the end of the tunnel. And as long as you stay down, you will come up because you will be rewarded if you work hard. That's for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, it just depends. Like some people get more than others.
Of course.
Some people's blessings are more vast than others. But if you work, I've been working for 18 years, and I know for sure if I stopped and gave up at any point, I wouldn't be sitting right here today interviewing with you. I wouldn't have label meetings. I wouldn't have anything that I have today, and I'm grateful. So that's the testimony to just work, no matter what it is. If you own a lawn care business, if you want to be a superstar, if you want to be a painter or an insurance adjuster, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just work at it, and you can make that. Hey, man, whatever your thing is. If you want to be a chef,
hell yeah,
whatever you want to do, man, just do it and just work at it every day, and then you can get it. It's not impossible.
I feel that.
Until you stop.
And you love the side missions as well, like reality TV.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
So
you talking about the side missions?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like some side missions. Yeah. But no, reality TV. I've done some stuff. I did Blind Date. I did. What
are these experience like?
Oh
is
my
it
gosh.
real, bro? Is it real or is it bullshit? Is it scripted?
It depends on which show it is, because some of them are more scripted than others. Like, for instance, Blind Date. Shout out to Blind Date. I don't plan on going there again soon, so so I could tell you, I didn't sign an NDA. So basically, with Blind Date, they gave me this woman, and they said, you know, I'm gonna be careful what I say.
This woman
They gave me this. They gave this lady, nice lady.
It was an arranged partnership.
It was an arranged thing, and they asked me what I like, and I told them what I like, and they gave me the opposite of what I like, and you know, she was a really cool girl, but they just had us out there, like, and they actually. So they gave, this is the kicker of the story. I'll cut to the point because I'm kind of long-winded sometimes. That's what makes it great to interview, because I got a lot of content, right? But they gave her a earpiece and fed her lines to tell me to start shit while we were on the date, which was crazy. And I never knew they did that stuff on TV until she called me at 1 a.m. crying. She's like, "Oh, I wanted to tell you, but they told me I couldn't." And I was like, "For real?" I was like, "Damn." And it was nuts. So, but they were telling her to, "Have you written for any artists? Have you written for Madonna?" That was the line. And I was like, "No, I haven't written for Madonna yet. I have friends who have," but I was like, "I haven't." And then she was like, "Well, we can add that to your bucket list." And she like tapped me on my shoulder. I'm like, "What the hell? I just met you." Like, so like, but I knew, you know, I have media training and stuff. So I know not to like spaz out on a girl on TV or even at all. Like, just play it cool. I'm like, okay, you know, you fucking up. You messing up. You're not going to get me. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was very eye opening and stuff. And then, you know, when you go on other shows, then you know what to look for. Like when I went on Blind Date, I watched like 2 seasons of it before, because it was a reboot from like, you know, I'm 30. So like, it was like when I was 15, that joint was playing, you know, like Shipmates and Limit Dates and stuff like that, all them shows. So I watched them and I was prepared, and I knew not to like go on there and get drunk, because they're going to paint you to be some crazy drunk. Don't be a douchebag. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're going to be like one of them surfer boys from like, you know, from Abercrombie and Fitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but not to do that. And so she was like, "You want to drink?" I'm like, "Dang, you drinking again?" So I flipped it on her. You know what I'm saying? But we just have to know, because I went on these shows and stuff a lot of times for my brand, to push myself. I'm not looking for love on that. You know what I'm saying? That's a fat chance. You know, but it's all a business. You know what I'm saying? I really take my music serious, and you have to be multifaceted. Like from acting, I've been in Hunger Games. I'm on the new season of P Valley. So you can look for me on that. You know what I'm saying?
What do you,
I was there.
like, are you have like
I was Entourage. I was
Okay,
Entourage with Johnny Blaze, and then there was the main character as well. And it's all strip club related. I mean, we were sitting in the strip club, like I was so tired. We were on set like 16-hour days, and I actually have some prop money that I keep in my luggage, like just to remind me of, you know, success, and just it's cool. I should have brought you one. It's called the Pink. You know, that's the club, the Pank, yeah, the Pank, yeah. So yeah, but I keep that, and it just goes with me in my Louis bag when I travel and stuff. And like when I'm looking for extra change, I always look in there. I'm like, oh no, that's that prop money. I can't use that. It's like $100 prop money, and I'm thinking, every time I go in there, I let myself down. I'm like, dang, I got $100 in there. No, that ain't real. Yeah, I'll have to go to the ATM.
So moments like that, and just kind of covering that spectrum of, again, like being a persona, right? And being who you are. It's like, you feel like that's a critical element of building your music as well.
I think so, yeah. Because if when I was younger, when I first started doing music, I was like, nah, I'm not a model. No, I'm not an actor. I'm a singer, and that's my. Nowadays, you have to understand that some people don't make it as a singer first. Like, look at Eddie Murphy. Look at Jamie Foxx. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Murphy had albums out before he, before he hit it as a comedian.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's a great singer. You know what I'm saying? Jamie Foxx, absolutely incredible. You know what I'm saying? I listened to his Intuition album. You know what I'm saying? He's been great on the keys. Even on Jamie Foxx show, he played a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He played the piano and sing.
And then he was on Gold Digger with Kanye.
Exactly.
That's when people, and he did the Ray.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Movie Ray,
incredible.
and that was when it was like, oh
incredible.
shit, he's actually singing that.
Oh yeah. So I mean, you just never know when your time is and God's timing is gonna be. You just gotta work. You just never know where it's gonna be. I might end up on P Valley and they say, oh, you look like somebody that we're looking for. Can you? Oh, he sings. Because I be chummy. I talk to people. That's the key too. You can't just go there and be quiet. You gotta go in the room and work the room. You gotta talk to people, get their Instagrams, make sure people remember you, and you just never know. Like this is the fun part about. It's kind of like that game of Monopoly on McDonald's. Remember when they used to have the thing where you pull it off and you don't know what you're gonna get, but it's excitement.
It's something.
That's how I live my life. So it's like I'm literally looking at it like, okay, so every day I wake up, I know I'm gonna work. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna try to find success. I'm gonna do something, whether it's my vocal lessons, go hit the gym, go get fresh. You know what I'm saying? Go do an interview, go do a video, whatever content, and then when I rip that thing off, whatever comes of that, something is going to happen. But every single day, my thing is I'm going to do one thing, at least one. Shout out to Morris Bookings. He got me over here doing 10 things in one day. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Big shout out to Morris. But I'm doing at least 1-2 things, making some calls in the morning to a booking agent, calling the radio, setting up interviews, whatever I'm doing. And every single day, with the exception of Sunday, because I'd be like lit on Saturday night and I like to sleep and eat Uber Eats and just be a couch potato on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, every day, do one thing towards your dream and you will see stuff start. You'll build the momentum and build that pipeline. That's like a cheat code for me.
That's fire, bro. And before we get out of here, I definitely want to cover your single.
Yeah.
True. That's out now. And y'all heard a few of the bars. Y'all heard a few of the notes. But tell them a little bit more about that record.
Yeah, so True was a record that was birthed from COVID, man. When COVID was going rampant in the cities, man, a couple years ago, what was that, 2018, 2019, 2020, something like that.
Ironically, 2020, like they fucked that year up.
Right. Oh man. But yeah, so 2020. And I was just in the studio. I flew up to Minneapolis. Shout out to my boy Daniel at Dynamis Studios, and my boy Major 88 Keys. He's done a lot of music. He just did a platinum record with Vito the singer. Shout out to my boy Vito. And he's done a lot of stuff. So, anyways, we flew him up to Minneapolis. I think for like $12. The tickets were stupid cheap.
Damn.
During COVID. Yeah. I mean, man, I went and visited long lost friends and went. I think I went to like 6 different states, bro, in like 3 months, and I spent like $89.
Damn.
It was crazy.
It was like Europe. Like
yeah, it was nuts, bro. But yeah, so I just locked myself in the studio. We ate Popeyes and Papa John's every day and had a bottle of Patron. That's what we were drinking at the time. And I ended up writing that song. I did a couple hundred songs. That was one of the songs. And I was going through like a little breakup and stuff like that. And kind of hit me hard. And I was in my feelings. So I wrote the song. And I wanted to give it like a nice melodic feel that kind of had elements of my favorite artists like Timberlake, Chris Brown. And like the harmonies just made them big reverbs and stuff like that. I engineered it. I wrote it. I arranged my own voice. And then with the help of Major 88 Keys on verse 2, we put that together. And we just showed out, man. And that record has proven to be a fan favorite. And I love performing it. And that's why I know it's a smash, because I don't get tired of listening to it. And I mean, like I've listened to that song 10,000 times and performed it. And there's certain songs I've even done, I get tired of it sometimes, like, oh, I'll skip something sometimes. But that's one that we got to play that through. But yeah, True is out now. It's on Apple Music, Spotify. I performed it on Revolt TV. You can see that on there. Neo brought me out. Shout out to him. Shout out to the late and great Andre Harrell. I got to perform that for him. and he gave me a couple gems. You know, he was a great guy. So yeah, that song is out, and it's off my EP called Hard to Love, the number 2, Hard to Love. Stream that, and we got a new single coming called What's the Move. The billboard is going live in Times Square tomorrow, so make sure you check my socials. You know, I got my I Love New York shirt ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm going full tourist on them, and I'm really excited, man. This is my first time in New York, so it's been magical, man. It's something I'll never forget, and it's part of this chapter in my life, and it's legendary. And I'm really excited to be part of this great city and the movement right now, and be in the media is really exciting for me.
Amazing, bro. And we appreciate you coming through Cut Different, man. And shit, man. I mean, you here on Cut Different, and I don't know if you like familiar with how we do things, but I gotta ask you, Gabe, what makes you cut different, bro?
What makes me cut different is that I don't try to sound like anybody else. Like with my music, we'll say with my music and then as a person. With my music, I don't try to sound like anybody else. I am influenced by people that I love, and I add my own. But when I go in there, I don't try to sound like this person, or I don't try to sound like that person. I make music that sounds good to me, that I enjoy listening to, because I'm my biggest fan and my worst critic. So that makes me different in that part. As a person, I wear my heart on my sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a little bit too honest. I'm like overly honest sometimes. I share a little bit too much.
That's the Aries shit.
Yeah, that's the Aries shit for sure. But that definitely makes me cut different, because you know, I don't do the lies and the games and stuff. I'm just as real as they come, straight up on that. So ladies, I'm single, if you're watching.
Gabe Lustman, man. Thank you for joining us.
My
Tell them
pleasure.
where they can find you at if they're seeing you for the first time.
Y'all can find me in Times Square on the billboard
Type shit.
tomorrow. No, you can find me on. I'm really excited, y'all. Y'all got to be this excited about what you're doing, or you shouldn't be doing it.
Facts.
All right, but no, for real. Thank you all for watching. And Gabe Lustman, if you like what you heard and you want to check out some more of my music, True is out now. Hard to Love, the number 2, on all digital platforms. Connect with me on social media. That's Gabe Lustman, GABELUSTMAN. Gabe Lustman. Thanks so much, and shout out to Cut Different.
Hey, man, we outside, bro. We chilling. I go by the name of Sebastian Ryder. Y'all just tuned into another episode of Cut Different TV. Make sure you hit that big red button that says subscribe. Drop a like, drop a comment, share it with your friends, man. And watch this interview over again, and go tap in with some of our other content as well while you at it. If you ain't, I mean, I don't know, Gabe, what you think? If they haven't subscribed or they haven't hit a like or done anything.
Hey, come on, y'all. Y'all tripping. Let's go. Make sure y'all subscribe to Cut Different right now. Stop everything you're doing. Hit the subscribe button. Let's go. Quit playing.
Let's get it, man. We outside. Tap in, man. Another episode of Cut Different TV. We made it happen. Peace.